everyone. Welcome back to the official channel of Digital Roots. I, Nikita Kumari, team leader of Digital Root, is here along with my whole team to express our solution for the PSID 1288, which is the use of digital technology in addressing the NRW. Now, the very first question that comes in your mind is, what is NRW? So NRW stands for non-revenue water, and it is basically the amount of water that does not reaches to the consumer's tap. So to understand the whole concept of NRW, the very first thing that we need to do is to analyze the Indian water pipeline system. The Indian water pipeline is designed in such a way that it is divided into two different categories, the major pipeline and the minor pipeline. The major pipeline are those pipelines which is directly connected to the source, and the minor pipelines are those pipelines which is diverted from the major pipeline to the residential home to supply water.
The another part of our PS solution is that we have made a machine learning model for the major pipeline. It inside consists of the two types. First, LSTM model, another is isolation forest model. What LSTM model do? First, it cleans the data, then it processes on the data and it tells us about the types of the leaks. Second is isolation forest. It processes on the data and it provides the accuracy of the data, how much it is correct. Currently, it gives us 96% of the accuracy because the data set which we have, it fetched in a controlled environment.
When we come to real life, there are many uncontrollable conditions, and for that we are having the sensor audits. In sensor audits, we are using the Hazen-Williams equation. So as you can see in the diagram, suppose there is a 8-meter long pipeline where the sensor has been installed at the advent of every 2 meters. So in this, what we will do, first we will take the actual reading from the sensor at the every 2 meter. Now we will take the reading from the first point, first sensor, and calculate the reading of the subsequent sensors. From this, we will calculate the difference amount by the formula actual reading minus calculated upon actual into 100 to get the difference amount. Then we will put that difference amount into our ML model, which will give us the exact accuracy, that the exact difference amount that we have in our equation to get that pressure information.
Now coming to grievance portal in our app. In this portal we have created an interface by using which if user found any leakage or any impure water in their local area, then they just need to click the image of that leakage pipeline and send it on our portal. And there is also a description box by using which they can describe what is the problem, and the location of that citizen will automatically fetch, and it will automatically show on our map.
Meter tampering is something which is very common in India nowadays. People often does that in order to reduce their electricity bills along with their water bills. So in order to deal with this situation, we'll be comparing the water bills directly to the electricity bills. How? Let's see it. For example, this is house 1 and this is house 2. In house 1, the consumer is not there from last 1 month. But in house 2, the consumer is there. In house 1, if consumer is not there, it means neither he is using the waters and nor will be he using the electricity. So both the electricity and the water will fall down parallelly. While in house 2, we can see that the consumer was there, but the water meter was falling down, but the electricity meter was going upward, which means that he was using the electricity but he wasn't using any sort of water, which is not possible. So that indicates that there is a sort of meter tampering or illegal activity going in house 2.
ये हमारा पाइपलाइन नेटवर्क डैशबोर्ड है, जिसके अंदर कि हमारे सभी सेंसर्स और हमारी पाइपलाइन्स के अंदर जो भी कोई भी इशू होता है या लीकेज होती है वो हमें इस नेटवर्क डैशबोर्ड में दिख जाएगी। जैसे कि यहाँ पे आपको काफ़ी सारे सेंसर्स दिखाई दे रहे होंगे। सपोज हम इस सेंसर पे क्लिक करते हैं, यहाँ पे इसका स्टेटस आ जाता है क्लिक करने के बाद। जैसे ऑपरेशनल स्टेटस है, प्रेशर यहाँ पे इसका 75.2 PSI है, टेम्परेचर ये है, फ्लो रेट 120.5 गैलन्स है, और ये टाइम स्टैम्प्स एंड कोऑर्डिनेट्स लगा रखे हैं। कोऑर्डिनेट से पता चलता है कि हम किस लोकेशन पे है ये, और टाइम स्टैम्प हमारा कब का ये डेटा उठाया हुआ है। ये सारे सेंसर्स हैं। अब जैसे अगर कहीं पर अगर लीकेज डिटेक्ट होती है, जैसे इस लाइन में यहाँ पे लीकेज डिटेक्शन हो रही है, और तो हमें हमारे जो बैक एंड में एमएल मॉडल्स एंड और सब चल रहे हैं, उन सब से हमें ये पता लग जाएगा कि लीकेज जो हो रही है वो किस पोजीशन पे हो रही है। अब वो किस जगह पे हो रही है हमें एक्जैक्टली नहीं पता। तो हमें देखिए यहाँ पे जो हमारे सेंसर्स हैं, इन सेंसर के अंदर यहाँ पे देखिए 75.2 PSI का प्रेशर चल रहा है। इसके बाद हमारे यहाँ पे चल रहा है 65 पॉइंट समथिंग PSI। ठीक है, तो प्रेशर ड्रॉप है, इट मीन्स लीकेज है। तो उस जगह पे जैसे यहाँ पे रेड लाइन दिखा रखी है, तो इस तरह से रेड लाइन मार्क हो जाएगी। एंड जो हमारा ये टेम्परेचर एंड फ्लो रेट ये सब है, ये सब हमारा डार्सी इक्वेशन एंड हेजन-विलियम्स इक्वेशंस में बैकएंड में एमएल मॉडल में हो रहा है, जिससे कि हमारा एनआरडब्ल्यू का जो डेटा है वो एक्यूरेट होएगा। देख सकते हैं कितने हमारे एक्टिव सेंसर्स हैं, यहाँ पे आपको डैशबोर्ड में दिखाई देता रहेगा। इस जगह पे देखिए जैसे ये सेंसर, यहाँ सारे सेंसर्स लगे हुए हैं। आप जिस भी सेंसर पे ऊपर क्लिक करेंगे उधर आपको वो अपना लाइव होवरिंग करके डेटा दिखा देगा।
So the future scope of our project is the admin can change the status of any complaint. If the complaint is resolved, then admin can simply delete the complaint from the portal and it will not display it on the map.
Now coming on how will our solution deal with the suspicious activity like illegal water supply, meter tampering or unauthorized access in the water pipeline. So for that, we have came up with this flow chart where we are collecting all the necessary data from the already existing sensors in the water pipeline, like pressure sensors and acoustic sensors. So using pressure sensor, now because pressure sensors detect the change in pressure, so using them we can get the exact range of the leakage or the exact range where the suspicious activity is going on. Once we'll get that range, the acoustic sensor will activate and start working. Now because the acoustic sensors detects a sound of leakage, it means there is a sort of leakage in the water pipeline. But if the acoustic sensor fails to detect any sort of sound, it means that there is a sort of illegal activity going on, or the another reason can be the acoustic sensor isn't working properly and is defective. The pressure sensor is able to detect the range, but acoustic sensor is not able to detect the exact point. Using this data, we can generate an alert for the government, on the basis of which the government can send their team for inspection at the range where the pressure sensor had detected the change in pressure.
So coming to our conclusion, we have integrated the health app to keep in check the spread of waterborne diseases like cholera that occur due to the contaminated water. It helps us to know the area in which there is the most chances of leakage, and using the water bill analysis and by cross-referencing with electric bill, we can reduce the chances of theft, and mathematical analysis and prediction of leakage size. We know the information about the actual leakage size.